Hello everyone, welcome to Christy Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you to all of my new subscribers, and thank you to my subscribers that have been sticking with me. Just a quick update, we did go and speak with Dennis's physician again, and he is going to have radiation, so no chemo, and we opted not to do the surgery, so he has opted to do radiation to take care of the cancer. It's going to be 35 days every single day, so I will do my best to get you videos, but if he needs me, I will put up old videos or something until that time, so please stick with me. I'll get you as many videos as I can. I'm trying to get some done before he starts the radiation, but again, we don't know how he's going to react. They say 5% of people have some issues. He has a lot of other medical issues, so we don't know what's going to happen. But in the meantime, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you're new, if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out my playlist and see if there's other videos that you might enjoy. So tonight, I've decided to do something different. I've been doing a lot of different things, but I'm having so much fun with it. I'm going to do a triple cup pour, and then we're going to create something with this painting once it's dry. So I'm going to bring you down, and I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. So this is a 20 by 20 square canvas, and I have 3 cups here. I'm going to do a cup pour on a black background, okay? And then when this dries, I am going to turn this into a space or galaxy painting. And I'll show you what I mean as we move along. I think you've seen a couple that I've been working on, but I have a really cool idea for this one. So I'm going to be doing it in greens and blacks. So I took out a bunch of my greens, and I also had some leftover greens that I want to use up, little bits here and there. So I'm going to pour those in first, and then we're going to fill in with these other greens, and if I don't have enough, I'll grab from my other greens over here. All right, let's get started. So again, because what goes in first comes out on top or last, I am going to use up these little bits of greens that I had left over. So this first one, there's not much left, but it's a really pretty light limeish green. So I'm just going to pour that in here and hope we still see it at the end. That's cup number 1. Next one is this, I don't remember where these paints were from. I know they've been around for a while, and we've used them on other paintings, but I honestly don't recall. But it's sort of a pale green, not lime or anything, just pale green. So I'm going to put that one in here in the hopes that I get that at the end of that cup pour. You never know when you're using greens and blacks. Sometimes you lose all the green. Sometimes you get these strange little amounts of green black that come out. Okay, and then the last cup that I have, and this one really doesn't have a lot either, is this kind of really brilliant green. So we're going to put that in this cup. And then, because I don't have very much of these, I have that leftover sap green that we've been using on a bunch of paintings. So I'm going to pour the sap green. It was weird, there was something outside the window. I'm going to stir this up first, but then I'm going to pour the rest of this sap green, oh my goodness, on top of each of these cups. There we go. All right. really need to stir this up. So this sap green is that really dark green, but the reason I'm putting it in now is I'm hoping that because it is so much darker, that it will help separate out the lighter greens when I pour them out. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour 1/3 of the cup on each of these just to use it up. I hate wasting paint. And now I can wash these cups out and use them again. Okay, so we have the start of our 3 cups, and now we're going to start with our bottles. So I took out all the greens that I thought would go good with black. So I'm going to start, since this one sort of has a yellow-green in it already, and so does this one, I'm going to put this yellow Thalo Yellow-green into this cup. Okay, I'm going to give it a lot. Boy, you're just having, I'm going to take off the lids because I'm having troubles with clogs in my paints lately. They sat too long. So I gave this one a good dosing of that one. So we may come back to that color, but for right now we're going to leave that like that. Now this one has, like I said, this lighter color. So I think what I'm going to do on that one is I'm going to use this Ohuhu Pearl Chrysoberyl. We recently used this on a painting. So I'm going to put that in. That needs to be, looks like I'm going to need to make some more. Using up a lot of paints today. Good. Okay, so we got that one in there. Then the green yellow from Loft is going to go into this one that already has this really bright yellow in it. So I'm going to put this one in next, like in here. Again, I'm going to give it a whole bunch. Alright, so now we have 3 different colors in 3 different cups, with only the sap green being the repeat so far. Now I have this Aqua Green, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to add some pearl type, but I think the Aqua Green would be just fine. Although I would like some shimmer, but I'm going to be adding some cell creator. So yeah, let's just try adding just Aqua Green to each of the cups. Okay? Okay, so we add it there. I'm going to add it to all 3, by the way, because I'm going to add the white on top. 2. And it looks like I'm going to need to make some more Aqua Green. So we will use up the rest of this since there's not that much left. Adding bubbles to my paint here. Okay. Alright, we used up another bottle. I'm gonna have to get mixing paint. Okay, so now we have the 3 cups as is. And I think that I'm okay with the amount of greens because, like I said, we're gonna have this black background, we're gonna have these greens mixed in. Those 3 cups should be plenty, but I'm gonna add the white now. So I have this white, we use it on everything lately with cell creator in it. So I'm going to put it on top. A clog in there. I'm going to put it on top of each of these cups. Like so. Look at this. I'm getting all these globs in my paint lately. It's because I hadn't painted in a few days. They just sit. Okay, so now I have white in each of the cups as well. Okay? I hope you're following along, because I know you have no idea what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't either. All right. Off my sticks because we may need them in a minute here. Okay, and then I'm going to move this paint out of the way so that we have our black ready. So here are our 3 cups, okay, with our colors in there. They don't look like much yet, but let's add our black to our canvas. So this is just my Artist Loft black with Floetrol and water. And what I'm going to do is, I think actually, I'm going to hold off on the black. We're going to pour the cups first. So before I pour the cups, I wanted to add one layer. What did I want to add? Gold? Was it gold or copper? No. No, I don't think I want to add a gold or copper. I think I'm going to add a little bit more green. And the reason I'm adding the green to the top now, and I'm going to add a puddle on here as well, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so we're going to add a puddle of this green as well. It's probably going to disappear, but that's okay, because again, these paints are my older paints. Alright, make sure there's no dust on here. Here we go. So I'm going to pour this in the center, and this will be my starting point for those 3 cups. Okay, then I'm going to pour my black around that, like so. Okay, now I'm going to add my cups. All right, so each of these cups has a little bit different colors to it. So let's start pouring them in different places. So I'm going to start this one in the center since it's got the fullest cup. And I'm just going to pour this one in the center, like so. See how my greens are in there? They're kind of turning almost black, which is perfectly fine because it's going to be beautiful. All right, I'm going to go this way. Because when we start pouring this out, it's going to go just crazy, and that's what I want. All right, next cup. This is our really light green on the bottom, and our other greens kind of mixed in. I can't pour and talk at the same time. You notice that? All right, I need to turn this because I want this one to come off this way. I wasn't doing it right. There we go. Now we're getting that dark green in here. I want that to come up here. And then I also would like it to kind of wiggle through here. So let it wiggle through here as well. And where else do I want it? Let's let it kind of string along here. I don't want to waste it. I know some of it will get poured off, but there we go. All right, and our last cup. Turn this again, because I'm going to put our last cup off this way. It's crazy, isn't it? Alright, here we go. And yes, this is a lot of paint, and a lot of it will come off. Okay. Now I need to get to my darker green, so I'm going to pour this again. There we go. Yeah, now that's gonna look cool. Okay, let's add some more over here since that one almost was like the leg. Looks like an octopus or something. Alright, and then let's just go crazy in the center here. A lot of this is just gonna get poured off. Okay, there is our craziness. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to torch the bubbles. Because there are a lot of bubbles. Okay, now comes the fun and messy part, and that is tilting. So I'm going to stack up my cups because I got to go wash them when we're done here. Put them off to the side, and then get ready to make a big mess. Okay, so here we go. So we are going to gently start tilting this. Rolling over itself a little bit, which is fine. Let's go this way. My little legs fell off. That's okay. You'll see when I'm done what I'm doing here. Doesn't look like I know what I'm doing, but I do. Bringing it down to this corner, because like I said, I have a lot of paint down here. So now what I'm going to do is set it down for a second, because I got to grab the pegs underneath, and then we'll tilt off your direction so you can see it. These are very messy paintings, but they're really cool when they're done. So I'm going to pour that off of it there. Okay, like it there. Now I'm going to bring it back. Okay. And pour it in here a little bit more. We'll see why in a second. Okay. And one more round to you guys. And then I'm going to set it down so you can see it. Okay. Now, isn't that cool? Doesn't look like much yet, but what we're gonna do with it is gonna be awesome. Alright, so I just need to, and all the paint that's on this table I will scrape up and put in cups. But what I need to do is, I love this section here because this is what I'm looking for. This whole section up here. I just want to bring it down a little bit farther before I add the rest of the black that I'm going to add. Okay. Okay. There we go. That is so cool. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, which may not make any sense, but hopefully it does. I'm going to add black along here. Oops. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to move that off that way. This way. Okay, and that corner. Like I said, I will scoop up all this leftover paint because I'm not going to waste it. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Okay. I know what I'm deciding here, you know, why I'm doing this, but I hope when you see what I'm doing, you'll understand. Because this is just step one, of course. I'm going to bring it down and sort of get that back. There. Okay. So there we go. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty weird. I was hoping I didn't paint my shoes again. Every time I get new shoes, I paint them. Nope, I didn't. Good. Okay. So now what we're going to do torch the bubbles again because I see a lot popping up, and I want to encourage the cell creator to keep creating cells, because that's the whole point of putting it in there. And if you notice, it's putting them up in the black again. Okay. I thought I saw... See, these little cells are starting to pop now because I torched them, and I'm hoping that they pop up like these. That'll look really cool. Okay, I don't see any more globbies. If you see some, let me know. I don't see any. Oh, there's one right there. Look at that big glob. Yuck. Boy, my paints did get globby, didn't they? That was a bubble. Nicely popped, okay. I don't see any more, but there probably are some. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape the underneath to get this to stop rolling off. And then, see, and then what I'm going to do is I am gently going to move it to the other side of my table and scrape all that paint off of the table so we're not wasting it, and then check my sides because I just noticed that corner over there isn't covered. Okay, I gotta move this. Get to the side. So I hope you like this painting so far. Oh, no. I just poured paint all over my airbrush. No. That's not good. I'm gonna wash that again. Alright, we're gonna have to clean that. I have all my airbrush supplies sitting just off to the side here, and I should have moved them. I didn't know it was gonna be that messy. Alright, let's move them over. Alright, so let's do that, and then I'll be right back with you, and I will show you this close up. Be right back. Okay, so here is our painting thus far. Do you see all along here? This is where all that cell creator has now created all of these beautiful cells in the black, and so I had to pour the black off in order to get this to pull back up. So let's take a look at it close up. So look at all the cells that were created in that black. That's what we were looking for. So cool. All the way up the edge has now covered, and then here is kind of like our main part. Looks pretty cool. I'm going to show you all the way up here. So that's what our painting looks like thus far. I have a really cool idea for this painting, but I made such a mess on the table. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. So I had to take the mats off, and I ended up getting a whole cup of the drips paint. Isn't that cool? That's all the paint I scraped off the table. So now we have a cup, along with all my other cups, to use as like we could use it as a background, an accent. It's got cell creator in it, so we could use it on a white painting with the black, and it would come out these beautiful grays and greens. So we might do that as well. I have some smaller canvases. I might try something like this on using that, because I don't want to waste paint. Alright, well this is step one. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll come back and I will show you what I'm going to do in step, whatever the next step we'll call, because I don't know how many steps it's going to be. So until then, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.